G'day gang, Danny, how's it going folks? We are back in the World of Warcraft. That's right.
What's on your mind?
We're back in the World of Warcraft. Dark Vessels. The Vilebranch trolls here are always worshippers of the foul god Hakar and Loa, the Loa of Blood. He is a sick and twisted entity that nearly broke through to our world, but he was defeated long ago. The Vilebranch are still stirring their dark cauldrons, ones they filled with blood years before. They're either holding on to hope for a long-dead spirit, or they're up to something new and just as sinister. Get me those vessels, Artraxius. We need to examine them with the spiders and see just what's going on here.
Be good. What's on your mind?
Death to the
Watch
Vilebranch.
your back.
We're making good progress. Keep pressing on and don't falter. The Vilebranch berserkers fight like savage animals, whipped into a blood frenzy. Their shadowcasters summon foul spirits from beyond this world. This is why we're getting rid of these depraved creatures, Atraxius. Never forget that. Head to the middle tier and kill the berserkers and the shadowcasters.
Safe travels.
Ongo'longo's revenge. I've got a plan to pit troll against troll. The Vilebranch have a big old dire troll locked up in a pit with some flimsy looking chains. I've seen those things fight, and there's no way those will hold if the big brute gets swinging mad. I want you to find the dire troll and fight him, Atraxius. Don't kill him, just smack him around until he's seeing red, then let him break free and get out of his way. He'll be a big pain for the Vilebranch.
See you soon.
The Vilebranch? Biggest pain for Vilebranches? Alright. Let's make our way back up here. So, berserkers, we need to get to the middle tier, which we can easily accomplish this time around. No resource. Oh, what? Find 0000X09HL. You have uncovered some sort of strange egg-shaped device made from metal. Fiddling with some of its knobs springs the egg to life. It opens up into some sort of gnomish robotic contraption. A voice from inside the robotic egg crackles to life. My name's Oglethorpe Obnauticus, and my homing robot has crashed. I will reward you for its recovery. Please take this beacon to the robot. I now have computed the coordinates of the robot for you. It crashed at the head of the river near Skulk Rock. Did it? Is that right? Okay, I guess that's something we could do. Let's get down there and get this quest done. Oh, do you love the bounce? The bounce off the spider. So, BlizzCon has come and gone. It was a bit late for me though. I was considering staying up for it. But I had a little war within as it started past midnight. And something about the last Titan, I can't work that in. But anyway, 3 expansions announced. Or the next 3 anyway. It's part of a series, kind of felt like what they do when they announce the Marvel films, you know, the next phase. the next couple of Avenger movies or whatever. You know, from what I saw, definitely interested, of course, as I am in just about anything World of Warcraft, really. But the one that really got me was the old Season of Discovery. And the great thing is it's coming out very soon. End of this month, in fact. So, classic again, but with a difference. And a much bigger difference in Season of Mastery. Insofar as we get to level up to, what was it, level 25 or something? And that's pretty much our end game for that point in time, which is something that I actually had discussed on one of the live streams, thinking that that would be a nice to sort of gate us and provide us with content there. So that'll be cool to see how that plays out. You know, Black Fathom Deeps being a raid, and not just the, well, I think they are using quite a few, or if not all, the existing bosses, but, you know, giving them proper raid mechanics. And I actually wonder if it's going to be a redesign of the space that we fight in to accommodate that for more players. But either way, very interested. And, you know, there's some things about Hardcore Classic, of course. They're making it more like what it was when we were running the unofficial add-on. Insofar as you couldn't use the auction house, couldn't use mailboxes and trade with players. So that'll be cool to see. Making the unofficial pretty much all official now. The Season of Discovery is definitely, yeah, I'm definitely going to play it here on the channel. I think it's different enough that justifies going and doing questing and all that, because there'll be different gameplay aspects to it. And it will be interesting to see how quickly I can get to level 25 as well. Okay, but for now, let's focus on what we're doing here. No, they need another tainted vessel. I probably, knowing me, I probably will end up playing Rogue. But hey, a cheeky warrior might pop out. Who knows? Who knows? It's, yeah, interesting gameplay mechanics in that, you know, certain classes will be able to tank that couldn't tank before. Or they could tank, but not in the way they would hope to have tanked. Like you can have a rogue tank, you can have a shaman tank. Which you classic players would know of these. Evasion tanks. Jump in there for a couple of seconds anyway, as a rogue. And shamans could kind of tank. But, you know, it'd be more of a off-tank. Off-tank emergency tank. But getting more of the abilities that I need will be quite cool. So you let me know your thoughts on what you've seen, what you hope to hear more about in the coming months. I didn't catch a release date for War Within. But considering we're getting what I imagine to be the final content patch for Dragonflight, starting tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow, the day after. Oh, actually, it will be the day after. For me, anyway. At the point of this recording. So, of course, the Dragonflight series will return. And we'll play that through to the conclusion If you didn't know that I did a Dragonflight series, you can absolutely check out the entire playlist there on the channel. But yes, we'll be finishing up that storyline, including all the raids, like I have done in the past. Let's go, Ongo'longo. Now I just want to smack him around. This seems like there's enough of a smack around. Alright, he's enraged. Get out of the way. You'll get back in that bed. Oh my goodness, he slapped him right out. Okay, job's done, let's go. Slapped him into the next dimension. Be careful near those cauldrons, Paladin. The Vilebranch won't give them up easily.
Watch your back.
Oh, this isn't just blood. It's venom. Spiders. Venom. I hope I'm wrong about my hunches here, Atraxius.
Off with you. What can I do for you? Off with you.
Oh, it won't be long until we're the only dwarves left breathing on these walls.
See you soon.
Only the strongest and foulest Vilebranch are left now. The soul eaters and blood drinkers, foul worshippers of the evil god Hakar. Don't forget, you're not just fighting trolls here, Atraxius. You're fighting dark and evil forces that'll churn this land into ash if we let them live. Show no mercy.
Off with you. Safe travels.
Well, ain't that a hoot? Wish I could have seen it myself.
Watch your back. Talk to me.
Summit of Fate? You have to go to the summit now, Atraxius. Our warriors won't go past the final gates. They say it's still as a tomb. Not a sound, not a breath, not a hint of motion. They think it's a trap, but based on what you've brought me, I'm worried it's something even more sinister. You go to the altar, you investigate what happened, and you bring me back any sort of mystical object or dark idol you found. Do you hear me?
Watch your back.
Man, today's not a good day for voice. Gotta tell you. Doon, 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 doon. Must have been the partying on the weekend. Too much partying. Too much raging. Alright. Let's get this. Hammer to the head. And a magical hammer at that. Spider idol. Spider idol, okay. Where's that guy going? Where does he think he's going? Where does he think he is going? Nowhere is the answer. You just take a break there for a second, buddy. Sacrificed Vilebranch. Oh, there's a spider. Spawn of Shadra. We need another Vilebranch. Blood Drinker, and we need 2 more Soul Eaters. Raiding Wolf. Wind howls past the statue as you stand in front of it. Oh, the other news is, of course, Cataclysm Classic, which to me, I really wasn't that excited about. When they announced it, I was a little bit worried there, but you know, I was looking for Classic Plus, and while I guess it's not exactly the Classic Plus I was thinking of, it is something different, and so I am pretty excited about that. I like Cataclysm up until including Firelands. I was fine with it. You know, I didn't really like the underwater area, but watching the trailer that they put out there reminded me of a few things that I really did like Tol Barad. I really enjoyed Tol Barad, the way it was back then. So I think I'll most likely end up playing through and including Firelands, you know, whether it's on stream or it's just off in my own time. But I am fine with it. I am, but I don't think I'll play past that. I never really was into Dragon Soul. I did go through it. I did play it a couple times, but it didn't grab me the way like Firelands did. Alright, that's that. Which is the second tier rating. The first tier is Bastion of Twilight, and the other one at Blackrock Mountain, Blackwing Descent, I think it was. Let's go back in time. Oh, here it is, right here, because we are in Cataclysm. Blackwing Descent, Bastion of Twilight. That was alright. Oh, yeah, Throne of the Four Winds as well. I forgot about that one, which is really just a 2-boss fight. But yeah, that's not bad. I think out of the lot, I probably enjoyed this one the most. And Firelands, and of course, you know, not so much Barradin Hold, but the fight to take Barradin Hold, which was the PvP on the outside.
Interest you on a pint?
What did you find?
Be good.
Dead, all of them, around the altar. You found these spiders' idols on them. It's Shadra, the Spider Lore. They're trying to tap our power.
Off with you. Watch your back.
If the sacrifice has already been made, Shadra's presence is going to start creeping into this realm. That cave's probably full of a spawn by now. You don't let them escape, Atraxius. You slay any of those vile spiders you find.
Be good. Off with you.
Hunt the Keeper. Shadra, the Spider Lord, the Venom Queen, a spirit of darkness and death. If there's been a sacrifice, they're trying to bring her forth as a last-ditch effort. If the Vilebranch are performing rituals, I'm not going to let them finish. You check the cave behind the altar at the top of Jinta. Deep within it, one of Shadra's keepers might still be lurking. Kill her and take whatever she carries back here so we can know what's going on.
Watch your back. Hi.
Hi.
Off with you.
It's ours now. We've cleared straight through them. Jinta is as good as wiped out.
Watch your back.
Alright. Let's pop that pendant on. Actually, let's not pop that pendant on. Let's give that one a miss.
Great to meet you.
Would you
See
like to...
soon.
How about you take me all the way back up to the top?
You got my attention.
Let's make use of Sharpbeak here. Really swinging out wide, isn't he? I guess he wants to avoid getting shot by arrows and so on. Right, he's going to take us here. On the other side of the cavern. There he is. And all the dwarves are here too. The little outpost. Let's get rid of that one for now. Yeah, so I'll probably play Firelands and then up to Firelands, including, I think I'll probably end up just doing old content. Farming old content and probably getting more involved in PvP. More Tolbarad matches. I think that'll be my goal. Like I said, I'll probably end up playing it a bit on stream. You can always catch me on stream over on twitch.tv/AzerothDan, where I do random things. Okay, here we go. Cataclysm, of course, is also the expansion that changed the old world quests to essentially what I've been going through for the last year or so. So hopefully, maybe all the quests that I've done over the years will help some newer players that haven't played Cataclysm, but I mean, the quests have been around for a long time. But either way, might be able to use some of these as a reference or something. At least if people get lost. Six of 8. And having a good think about it, I really don't know whether I have played Classic other than a couple of videos. I did start a Wrath of the Lich King Classic series once. And we did play through Burning Crusade to level up. I did do that, but I never actually did a classical series here. Anyway. So I think Season Discovery will be a good chance to start that. I wonder if they'll also have the Iron Soul linked, so folks that don't die can show that they're hardcore, at least until they eventually do die. There's the Keeper. Once again, thanks to everybody for leaving little comments, and it's been great to see. Even the folks that that heard what I said, I just said, look, if you don't have anything to say, just pop down an emote, one of your favourite emotes, or a combination of emotes. It all helps with the almighty algorithms. But yeah, it's just something nice to, just fun to respond to as well. I want to try and respond in a group of emotes as well. So yeah, if you got nothing to say but you want to help out, just like pop some emotes down, pop a group down. Nice combination. All right, flapping on up, flapping on down, or it might just be something that you got on your mind regarding this series, or future series, or anything really, something I do on my channel. Feel free.
Here there. Off with you.
Good riddance. May those horrid things never walk these lands again.
Be good.
Be sure you're such a buddy. I don't want any traps laid by the Vilebranch to be hidden by their deaths.
Watch your
A
back.
tablet. If I can read this is a ritual to summon Shatter herself into the world, and a list of the idols needed. Oh, you've done a good job slaying the Keeper and getting a hold of this, Atraxius.
Off with you.
Jinthar lore complete.
Warm wishes to you.
And now we get that quest, Quell Daniel Lodge. I may appear far from your home to you, Paladin, but quite a few of my people were led here by Ambassador Ruleth. We have settled with the high elves of the Quell Daniel Lodge to the northwest to trade in the ways of the light and enjoy the peaceful beauty of this land. Such peace may be short-lived. We have seen the horde moving further west from here. Could you travel to Quell Daniel and give warning to Angarai Traska? Her cabin is just north of the main lodge.
Remember the lessons of the past.
You got it, pal. Off to the lodge. Oh, actually, first we've got to go over here, and then we'll go to the lodge.